I'm gonna get straight to it. It's triple. Ionas. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. It is definitely the goal. Triple ones. Ionas. 13. So I'm gonna get straight to it, right? Even though I don't celebrate holidays, Christmas is coming up. And I was just thinking about what they labeled the Immaculate Conception, if I said that correctly, right? The birth of what they call Jesus, Yahshua. Do you believe? I think they call it parthogenesis. Some words I have a hard time pronouncing right. Is it parthogenesis? The Immaculate Conception, that a woman could give birth to a child without being with a man. The Immaculate Conception. And do you believe in a chosen one or chosen ones? Because if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Yahshua, aka Jesus, wasn't he also known as one of the chosen ones? See, again, certain things I steer away from because I understand and understand that it's a program, like religion and politics, and it's very sensitive subjects for people. So, I just want to start off by saying I respect everybody's opinion, whether they're religious or non-religious. Just a thought from the mind. But I've been paying attention to a lot of this chosen one and chosen ones. You have Hebrew Israelites that believe in certain things about certain tribes, the 12 tribes. But I'll get into certain things. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But this video is about the Immaculate Conception and the ideal of the chosen one or the chosen ones. I first want to start off by saying I forgot what animal. I need to start writing things down more so I can remember names, but I believe it was some type of snake that could give birth without being with another male snake. Now, it could be wrong with the animal, but I really believe it was some type of snake. But I'm gonna look. I should have looked it up before I start this video, but some way I'll make it fit into here if I decide to make a part 2 or whatnot. Support the channel. You haters, stop hating. You know what I'm saying? Congratulate. But also there were a time, right? And let's say you can either take it literal or you can use it in metaphors. But I heard it was a time where women actually didn't need men to bring children into this world. And I know you're like, wow, some people probably like, how is that possible? Well, see, when you speak of the concept of God, right? Excuse me. A lot of people may say God don't have a sex, it's not a male, female, etc. It's an energy, or maybe, see, I believe in beings. I believe God is I am. Is everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, God can come in me and you. God can come in all type of forms. So I do believe in beings, non-beings, orbs, things of that nature. Because you got to remember, when you come down here in this earthly realm, you need this type of avatar. But once it goes back to the earth from which it came, or so they say, A lot of people are made of stardust, etc. But that's for a whole nother talk. Um, but anyways, me personally, I do believe that the universe, and again, I could be wrong. This is the thing about knowledge and, your opinion, and you're seeking and you're learning. You could be right, you could be wrong. It's all about learning and correcting, turning your wrongs into rights. But I believe that just like Earth is a feminine planet, which would be, I guess, considered female, I believe our universe, for the most part, I believe is what they would call female. But you have male planets. I don't know if Mercury is, etc. I don't want to get all into that, but you got male and female planets. But anyway, again, in the beginning, I believe somehow, that woman played that important key to opening up a portal for us as certain beings to even exist. And that's just my opinion. And people can take that how they want to. You know what I mean? And that's just what I believe. I also believe a lot of these beings, and you may call messiahs, some of these may have even been females, even in the Christmas story. So I'm saying that to say, do I believe that the Immaculate Conception happened and can happen? Yes, I do. I do believe, though, in these times that a lot of things was lost, like knowledge, a lot of things was destroyed. So there are many things done to the point where I don't think that it's happening right now. But even if it is, I'm not sure if they would even bring it to the public for whatever reason. So, but back to the whole chosen one thing too, because I hear this being thrown around so loosely. Everyone say, oh, the blacks, Latinos, the ones that believe in the 12 tribes of Israel and this and that, right? And then you have some people that say it doesn't have nothing to do with 12 tribes of Israel or anybody, that there are actually certain chosen ones. And I just find that interesting, how people may say you have Christians that talk about this God chosen ones. And again, I don't think, hold on, give me a second. Excuse me for a second, but I personally believe this, right? And I know it gets deep, right? I personally believe that there are certain people that are chosen by the Most High. Now, I don't want to get so deep into backgrounds, culture, races, because it speaks for itself. If you really study, that book they call the Bible, which I don't know everything about, but I definitely know scriptures. I can go down certain things, but even I need to read more scriptures and things. But they talk about Egypt, Moses, things like that. You got to check where that's really at. Egypt is actually in what they would call Africa, but you got to understand there are certain, Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt, and a lot of people believe that we are right now, that they call North America, that is actually Egypt. Some people believe that. Some people believe, just like in Las Vegas, why they have the pyramids, just like America, America, from my overstanding, have more pyramids of that what they would call Africa. But you have to have an overstanding that all of this was all one landmass at first, before things start breaking off and all these attacks and these invasions and stuff that happen. So I do believe that certain beings do come from a higher celestial, background than others. Some people say there's no big I's and little U's, but if they're telling you as above, so below, and you have military, everybody not on the same level in the military. You got the Army, the Navy, etc., and you have rankings. You see what I'm saying? You have rankings. That's why I believe the Buddhas and the Christ, it wasn't a lot, I don't believe, but I believe they were called the chosen ones, the ones that reached that Christ consciousness, that Buddha consciousness. You know, the ones that was in the world but not of it, you know. So yeah, I do believe that there are chosen ones, you know. I'm not sure if it's the whole 144,000, etc., but that could be literal and it could be metaphoric. So yeah, I do believe that even now they probably have women that's having babies probably without man. Who knows? But it may not be something they want to bring to the public for whatever reason. I guess that's for you to question. You mean? And yes, I do believe in chosen ones, but I do believe certain people use that loosely, you know, and I do believe there's a lot of misinterpretations of what you would call chosen. Because as we know, God's strongest warriors, God's direct children are sentenced to go through the most, you know, to go through the more tasks, to be hunted, to be discriminated against, to be physically attacked in certain cases, mentally attacked, spiritually attacked, you know, and not many are meant to go through that and can go through that. And that's why I believe the selected ones, the called ones, and the chosen ones. And some of these people that's using this stuff loosely, I don't think they are of that nature, because when you really handpicked by the gods, there's nothing you got to say. It just shows. And trust me, those demons are high places. They know who you are. So yeah, I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinion on, you know, the Immaculate Conception, because I know Christmas is coming up. Even though I don't celebrate holidays, it was just something that popped up in my head. And I also, you know, speaking of the Messiah, God, what they call Jija Yohaya, excuse me, or Yahshua, will be labeled, in my opinion, a chosen one. You know, because if people coming and knowing who you are already, and they trying to hunt you down and this and that, what does that sound like? You feel me? But it's just some deep thoughts for the real deep thinkers. You know what I mean? Support the channel. I may make a part 2 to this. I like to study things before I just talk about them. So I may do more of my due diligence, but I need those real ones to get those likes up, get those subs up, you know, share the content, turn on your post notifications. I'm out. 13.